back to the broadcast. Okay, when it's time to sell your home, there are just a few things that can make or break a deal, and a little advanced preparation can go a very long way. So here to give us some tips on getting your home in selling shape is Darian Hall, broker and owner of Diamond D Real Estate. And I love that you're here talking about this because we all know that there are certain times a year that it's better to sell your home. And if you're right, and
Absolutely.
if you're selling in a time of year that's not normally like as active, then you really have to go this extra mile to make sure that you're doing all the right things before.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So give us some tips. What are your top tips?
Well, obviously, you know, whenever you put your house on the market, you want to get a different perspective. So the buyer's perspective. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to go through a few, a few brief points of some of the things you can do to make sure your property is tip-top condition and sells fast.
And I like that you say from a buyer's perspective,
yes.
because when it's my home, I might really love all the photos of my kids and family and dogs and everything everywhere and all my personal things. But from a buyer's perspective, you got to clean out the clutter.
Absolutely. And that takes me right into the first topic here. Tidy up. And to sum it up, it's declutter. A buyer, when the house is cluttered, a buyer just cannot see its full potential.
That's a great photo, before and after.
And these are dramatic photos, but these are...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The refrigerator with all the stuff, you got to put it away.
So going back to what you said, yeah, see, removing some of the personal items off the refrigerator and the unwanted mailing on the counters really does make a huge difference from a buyer.
Your piles of stuff. Don't touch my pile.
We all have it.
Got to put it away. Put it in the drawer.
So the second thing would be this, and clean up. Now, it's as obvious as it may sound. A lot of sellers really miss the mark here. And so let me help you with this. When a home is clean, it just gives a better impression that it was well taken care of. Regardless if it wasn't taken care of or not, when it's clean, it comes off like it was.
And it seems worth more money.
Worth
more
absolutely.
money when it's clean, yep.
Absolutely. So as you see here, you have a bedroom setting, and she got it all cleaned up, made the bed, and we just kind of added some little accessories there at the end of the bed. So.
And you know what's interesting about that photo? Can we pull it up one more time? Is in the dirty photo, it looks like it doesn't smell good, and in the clean photo, it looks like it does smell good. And that's another thing that we have to pay attention to, right?
Absolutely. You want to make sure that your house not only looks good, but it smells good. Definitely. You want to tap into the buyer's emotional senses there. Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you have pets, things like that, it's probably worth it to have your carpets cleaned. Maybe put some cookies in the oven. I don't know, light some candles. Whatever
you light a candle? Absolutely. Yeah. And another step will be patch up. So you have minor repairs that could actually become huge, major stumbling blocks for potential buyers. So kind of taking away the distractions and taking care of some of the minor repairs before they become major is huge.
Yeah, that is a big deal. And so like when this photo that we're looking at, some people may say, well, this is why I'm selling my house. So I don't have to fix all this stuff. Let somebody else deal with it. Yeah. But your point is with the cosmetic things that they're going to look at right when they walk in, you really do want it. You don't have to put a new roof on the house necessarily, but
no, you don't.
But those cosmetic things are really important.
Well, absolutely. And if you want to get top dollar, you have to address it.
Yeah.
You just have to.
Yeah, and sometimes that means spending just a little bit of money to get the top dollar for your house.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, what about bathrooms?
Okay, bathrooms. Well, I'm going to lead it into this. The final thing you want to do to your property is add a finishing touch. So it's the little extras that make it very special. And keep in mind, you're competing with other homes in the neighborhood. So you want your property to stand out. So going back to bathrooms, just adding fresh towels or just accessorizing the bathroom, as you see in these pictures here, can go a long way. Do
you suggest to your clients, if they're listing a home, to go to the open houses in their neighborhood of other homes so they can kind of see?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You want to know what the competition is, and I like to win, so ultimately I like to make sure my clients are in the best position to win.
Yeah. Okay, now that's inside of the house. And then outside also, as far as curb appeal goes, that's important too, isn't it?
Absolutely. Buyers now kind of expect that, if a house looks good on the outside, it's going to look good on the inside.
Yeah, so don't disappoint them. Don't put the flowers out and then not make your bed. Right?
Absolutely. Well,
okay.
What we got here is, we just touched on some brief points, but I actually have a very detailed checklist of what a seller could do to to maximize the exposure and make sure their property sells at top dollar.
Okay, and this is just one of the many things that you do that's kind of extra and different with your brokerage. And so this is, yes, something you definitely need. And you will follow these tips and surely increase the chance of selling your house quickly.
That's right.
For sure. Okay, for details and more tips from Darian, just visit DiamondDRealEstate.com. Visit with him and get yourself one of these little checklists. Okay, when we come back, we are taking our taste buds on a trip to Italy with some delicious wines from a very unlikely region. Haley's back. Stay with us.